Wagwan guys, we're back again with another video, and today we're talking about a new series actually. We don't talk about this one before, and with me today is my boy.
With Joe, you guys know it be. Happy to be here once again on another collab, you know them ones.
Yeah. Today we're talking about a special series. It's a football one. I know we're football fans here.
You know
Black
them
football.
ones.
We're talking about Blue Lock today. Blue
Fire
Lock is,
manga.
I'm telling
manga.
you, it's an interesting series.
If you're not reading that, read it.
You need to. To be fair, when I started it, I was like, let me use it, and because it was around the time Haikyuu ended, I was like, okay, let me use it to like kind of fill in the hole, but from like a Haikyuu replacement to his own series because it's that good.
Yeah,
it's that good. It can't be compared to another series. It's its own series, and it's fire. It's that good. It's amazing.
So I'm just going to give the quick synopsis of the series. So Blue Lock, story-wise, we begin in Japan, and they've just recently been eliminated from the 2018 FIFA World Cup, which prompted the Japanese Football Association, because they're really high on performing well internationally. So they got together and had to talk and discuss why we are failing in the big time international football. Like, we can't be flopping World Cup football coming out in the group stages. So they start a scouting program where they're looking for players and the best youth footballers in the country, mainly strikers, to prepare for the 2022 World Cups. And obviously we're introduced to our main guy that we follow, Isagi Yorochi. I never pronounce his second name right. It's like Yorochi.
I never say it. I just say Isagi. My boy Isagi. Forget his second name, man.
Forget his second name.
This Japanese name is be kicking my ass sometimes, you know?
It's so difficult. So difficult. So yeah, he's a forward and he receives an invitation to the program. It's after a big loss that his team has regarding their youth setup and I think it's like a nationals they were playing at, and he had like a big
trying to get to nationals.
And they didn't make it. He's quite a good like, he's skillful, he's a good player. But he gets to that moment where he's thinking, what more? Where can I go with my football? And then he receives the big boy invitation to Blue Lock. Let's go. That's when the hype begins.
Yeah, it's really interesting because they're focusing more on strikers in this manga, like, okay, because they feel like the heartbeat of the team is the striker. Because if the striker doesn't score goals, if they don't provide goals, then it's a bit iffy for them. And so they're trying to like find the next striker that can lead Japan to like a World Cup win. And you can see some of the people there as well, like, you know what, can we even do it actually? We're Japanese. We're not like Spain, Portugal. We're not good at these people. We don't have like Ronaldo. We don't have this kind of big players. So can we actually do it? But it's like, you know, they lack belief. But we have one of our main characters, the coach, the manager, Ego, and he's funny, man. He cracks me up. The way he thinks is just different. He's just different. He has so much confidence in what he wants to do. Definitely. I like him. He's a good character. Without trying to spoil too much, but the way he thinks, the way his egotistic mindset on how football should be played is just on a different level.
Do you know, I know he definitely changed his name to Mr. Ego. I know his name is not Mr. Ego, especially with everything and his philosophy regarding football. Man is just that kind of guy that he's like, my name has to match what I'm actually pursuing. He's ridiculous. Actually, the first couple chapters, every time, I liked his vim, I liked his energy. Man will come on just tell you what he thinks. He'll be like, this is my philosophy. This is how we're going to take Japanese football to the forefront. I feel like he's a big... Because you see, when they were having the discussion regarding the Football Association, regarding what they should do, and like you said, some of them were like, I don't think we have the players. We're comparing themselves. We're not like the other international teams. I think they both are on the extreme ends. Like, Mr. Ego thinks he can produce in in 4 years, he thinks he can produce a winning World Cup team. Doesn't he know it takes like a good decade or more to produce from the youth system to the top? That's why he's actually crazy when you think about it. what he's reaching for is
It's
wild.
mad. And it's only focusing on the strikers as well. That's the mad thing. It's like, you know what? Forget about all them ones. I think the striker's the main character. Without him, nothing else. It's mad. It's like, let's focus on the striker. Yeah, and we can build around him. When most people like build around the midfield, maybe the defense, the guy's like, nah, striker first. Which is, yeah. The way he thinks is just a different level. It's like you said, it's like a different wavelength. It's like, in 4 years, we're winning.
Do you know how he thinks?
Yeah.
He thinks like he has never kicked a ball in his life before. That's how he thinks. And I'm not sure if he has.
It doesn't. It's skinny, bro. Have you seen him? Skinny as hell.
He's definitely like a wannabe football player who didn't make it, and he's like, well, after now all out on the youth we have here.
Yeah, but the guy's low-key rude as well. And the way he's talking to these kids in high school, he's rude, man.
He is disrespectful.
He is rude. The amount of time he uses the F word, he just swears, tells them to shut up. Like, he's rude, but I like him. He's a good character. He's an interesting character. His main character and him, those are the two guys you get introduced to that like draws your interest immediately, and they're amazing.
So what did you think about Man's philosophy? Because I have strong feelings against his ideas on playing through. He doesn't even want to play through the striker. He just believes that the striker is the only position that really matters. Like Man said, score a goal, whatever it takes. It doesn't matter about your team. It doesn't matter your teammates. As long as you score and win. That's just what kind of football is he trying to play? And he's a big dreamer, but I don't think it's going to work out the way he wants it to work out.
Because I don't know, because the way this is going as well, I think the mangaka believes it a little bit as well, because it's like, you know what, forget about everything, because it's literally like, you know what, striker, if they score 2 goals, the striker needs to score 3. If they score another goal, score it. I'm with you, I don't really agree with this ideologies, because I feel like, personally, I'm the kind of guy like, well, the midfield is like the center of the team, because you have like attacking midfield and defensive midfield. It's a bit more broad. The solid midfield, I think it might be okay. But focusing just on the strikers, what if your defense is trash? What if your midfield is trash? And I want you to be so egotistical as well that you don't really care about your teammates.
Yeah. And
as we know, football is a team sport. So if you're that egotistical, I don't think it's gonna gel well. But he surely thinks so, and I don't know how it's gonna work for it. Like where we are in the manga now, I feel like once it hits a wall, it's gonna like hit him like a truck. But then again, it might go really well for him, because that guy, he looks too smart. Because
he does.
If he does all this and wastes all this money in this big,
the amount of money they're wasting, man. Oh my days, the facilities.
I'm telling you,
the facility. Yeah, they actually.
Imagine if it flopped.
And I swear it's government. I swear it's government money. Isn't it the government's money? The football association. This is into grassroots football, and they're gonna risk it all on just investing in strikers. That's crazy. If that's your big idea, like, I respect him, and I respect like the little things within the episodes, like the way he's able to motivate the players, the way he's able to like strengthen their resolve and their character and their drive to be successful. You definitely need that in a team. Like, you need that. Every great team has that drive and that tenacity and that egoism, like the best. Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, man, messed up his name for some reason, but those ballers, to an extent, some of them are selfish. They're selfish, but then they also understand the importance of having a solid team around you, and man doesn't get that.
No, it doesn't. Doesn't. But we see how it goes, man. But for the synopsis, all I'm gonna say to like conclude this bit is that Blue Lock is like a fan service for every football fan, because the amount of name drop you get, talk about Ronaldo, Pele, the greatest. If you like football and you like anime and manga, I guarantee you're gonna enjoy this. It's only 107 chapters now, so it's easy to catch up to. So if you want a fun manga about football, about sports, this is the one for you. You're gonna enjoy it. What do you think, Vishal?
Oh yeah, I 100% agree. I think the only thing that I would say is don't look to it to be a realistic showcasing of football. If not, you're going to be very disappointed. Like, you can't really compare it to the other football-oriented mangas that you really see the tactician and the realism of playing actual football and how it translates to real life. But this manga, for hype, for great moments of like just genuine greatness and football ability and intelligence,
and just coolness, man.
Bro,
just cool.
Bro.
It's
just
just
imagine
amazing.
just having a bunch of sick players on
it
there.
peppers me up.
Crazy.
Oh,
It's legit.
this manga's one for you. Like I said before, it's fan service. So if you want to see coolness, skills, just know this is one for you. But like you said, it's focused on strikers. So don't be looking for like defensive tactics, like corner kicks and stuff like that. It's literally they want to score goals, and that's what they want to do, and to make this high school is great at scoring goals. So don't come in like Rijal said, thinking it's gonna be like okay, like good mangas like Giant Killing or Aoashi and football mangas like that. Nah, this one is just it's fun. It's just fan service, goals, and yeah.
Yeah, a lot of abilities because everybody kind of has their unique. There's not really like power or something. It's just unique ability that makes them exceptional as talented strikers. I feel like there's only one player that I say is an all-rounder, but the rest either are tall, super strong, blessed with great speed or awareness. There's not a lot of, it's very individual skills and stuff, and trying to showcase how that makes them a great striker. So it's not, do you know what it reminds me of? Like low key, but not to the same like extreme. It reminds me of what's it called? Galactic Football. If you watched that back in the day, when my man's doing the most, but without the not to that extreme. But that's what it reminds me of. Yeah,
like it doesn't have any like powers of like in the Zuma 11 kind of thing, but it's still like it's not as realistic as like Haikyuu or Diamond and Ace. It's not as realistic as those kind of sports, but it's just it's fun. It's fun.
It's definitely fun.
Yeah, so that's like the brief synopsis to get you interested, to get you into the manga, to pick it up. Now, for those people, I know there's a few because this manga is not that big yet. Hopefully, it gets bigger and hopefully, it gets an anime. If it gets an anime, it's gonna be crazy. But for those of you who've read it already, we're gonna like go into spoiler talk right now. Talk about our favorite moments, our favorite characters, like what we think about where the manga is right now, where it can be better, what do you think is gonna happen. So, if you've not read the manga yet, please, this is your time to skedaddle because we're gonna go into heavy spoiler talks right now. Heavy. We'll give you a bit of a time. Go pick up the manga, then maybe you can come back. We'll be waiting. We're patient.
We'll be waiting for you guys. We'll be waiting.
We'll be waiting for you. Get on the hype train. Come on.
Definitely.
All right, we're going to zoom you've left now. So we're talking spoiler talks right now. The first question I want to ask, Rijal, who's your favorite character?
Favorite character? Oh, there's a lot that
it's a hard one
to mind. Like it is tough, but I think overall, as in following the series, who I definitely like fell in love with character-wise immediately was Barachi. Barachi, the top baller. Just everything about him. He basically showcases the simplicity of football. Like he just has he doesn't even have to do. I remember when I first saw him, he just reminds me of watching Messi, watching that kind of player, just flowy, like whimsical. He's just a natural forward that plays with just instinct and like dribbling. He's not like direct or what am I trying to say? He's not a structured player. He doesn't fit into a conventional like prototype of what you think a headline striker would be.
He plays like he's having fun.
Definitely. And that's
he plays like he's having fun. He's having fun with his play. There's nothing about I need to score goals, so he just thinking we're just like, no, I want to enjoy this football and enjoy it with people. And I like that.
And he has the same birthday as me. I just read that now. Imagine August the 8th, babies. Let's go.
Really?
Yeah, he has the same birthday. That's jokes. What about you, G? Who's your favorite player?
My favorite player, Nagi.
Nagi, Bola. That was definitely my second.
Sick. The way he chops the ball, the way the control. This guy is amazing, bro. The guy reminds me of Ronaldo. Just like, it's effortless. It's like he doesn't even try. He's so good. I love him. And we don't even get introduced to him until further down in the manga. But as soon as he got introduced, and I like his character development as well, because Loki, when he started, he didn't even rate football like that because it was so easy for him.
It's true.
until he met Isagi, and actually after he got beaten, it's like, you know what? Nah, football is fun. I want to actually try it. When he starts trying, this guy's different. This guy is different. I love him.
He is definitely the best. Apart from Rin, I would say he's the best natural player. Yeah, player. Like he did not train to get his ability. It's like innate. He just has a natural understanding of
exactly.
Football. Like it's effortless.
It's mad. Then his friend. Oh, what's his friend's name? You know his friend. He got left in the dust.
What's his?
My man got Rio.
Rio Baller.
Rio. He got left in the dust. He came in with his friends. Like, you know what? It was so good. He's like, you know what? I need to play with other players.
Yeah.
To get better, and you're not cutting it. You're not cutting it. But Rio is getting better though, because I like his development, like in the latest chapters. But yeah, I respect that. But a close second is Barrow.
You think so?
Oh, I love Barrow. The guy is rude, but his character is funny to me because on the pitch, he's like a lion. He's the king.
Mm.
Then off the pitch, this guy's a clean freak. He's like tidying, cleaning the whole place. His jokes. His jokes. Well, yeah, Barrow. As soon as I met him, I loved him. The guy's ruthless. He's so aggressive. He reminds me of Ronaldo as well, because it's like, you know what? I'm winning. What you do, you gotta go, whether you like it or not. And he's sick. I like him. Yeah,
just to quickly say, Rio's backstory, just with him, like supposed to be when he was supposed to inherit his father's riches and his company, but instead he was like, let me try and dominate at something, and that something had to be football. Yeah. And him and Nagi formed this kind of partnership where it's like, I wouldn't even say they're friends. I would just say that they're just from when they met until now, there's been a need to have each other. But like you said, as soon as Nagi that he didn't need him, he left.
Skedaddled straight away, just moved on. It was a bit. I was like, when I read it, I was like, yo, that's a bit harsh. But I understand where it's coming from, because if you want to be better, you kind of have to play with like other players and experience other things. But the guy dropped him like it was nothing. It was mad. I felt bad for Rio. I felt bad for him.
Same, to be honest.
Because this man, he's so good at everything. He gets high grades. He gets the girls. He gets everything he wants. He's rich. Then he's trying to dominate something different, and that one thing he wants to dominate, he can't even do it. And the person he was going to use to be partners, to be dominating the stuff with, drops him as well. So his character, I think, apart from Bachira, maybe, he has one of the best stories and like the best character development. I love it.
Likewise, I feel like nobody else's character development so far has been. Actually, to be honest, I'm lying. Now I'm over exaggerating, because there has been other characters who've had real good characterization and development, but I feel like his mom was the most relatable, as in their journey and how they decided they want to play football, and understanding that relationship and how it worked. You understand why a man had to leave, and why it's like a constant fight to try and see who can get to the top. They don't really need each other, but if at that moment in time they need to work with each other in that this second to play a match or whatever, or to develop themselves, they will. But they're all chasing one position, kind of peak, if you know what I mean. Yeah,
I think the other characters have like good backstories with them as well, like Bachira and Chigiri, my speed demon. I love that guy. Both of them have really good, like, those were the characters that he focused on, and he was like, yo, okay, this is interesting. They're not just playing football because football is there. They actually have like things that like motivating them to do what they need to do. And the one that hit me even more than Bachira, I think, is Chigiri, because he broke his leg.
Yeah, that was deep.
It was like, you know what? It was deep. It's like, and he was so good as well before that. It's like, I don't know if I'm going to be like, if I want to push myself that much anymore.
Yeah.
For a sport that doesn't rate me. I don't like. He lost his faith in football basically. Well, obviously, because when he meets the MC and you know what, he wants to push himself. I want to play football. I don't care who you are. If you lose at football, then it hits you a little bit.
Yeah.
It hits you. You're like, you know what? I need to win next time. I think that's what hit him. Is like, you know what? I'm done being scared of like what might happen to my leg. I need to push myself. Let's go. And this guy is speedy, bro. He's such a great character. And it's like,
He's the biggest trap
his
ever.
development, his character development.
Tell me why every time I read a chapter he's in,
He
I'm
looks like a girl.
questioning if it's a girl, man. It's a girl. I'm tired. Every time I read, I'm like, bruh, this is actually a girl. But I know it's a boy. But I also know it's a girl, for real.
Loki he's better designed than most female characters in most animes. It's funny.
For real, bruh. I'm still... Imagine we've been reading this for so long, and it's still a point of reference. Is he a man or a woman, man? Man's so confused, man. Do you know what? He needs to cut off that hair, man.
I'm telling you. Oh, he's gonna lose it. I think he loves his hair too much.
Definitely.
It's funny because his nickname is Princess. Can you imagine? His nickname is Princess in the manga. Because when people see him the first time, it's like, yo, that's a girl. Oh wait, no, that's a guy. His nickname is like what? It's Red Princess. It's funny. It's funny.
Trying to confuse us, man. Actually trying.
I have for real. I have one question. What do you think is your favorite moment, like in the whole of the manga? Like, what like hit it for you? Like, you know what? This is it. This is gonna be a good manga. I want to follow this for a long time.
So my favorite moment has been when they Isagi started the chemical reaction, the first ever chemical reaction, when they were playing I think it was a five-a-side match, and it was with him, Chigari, I think Buro was on the team, and a couple other people. And the first initial, when you start to learn about his ability, yes, him too. When you start to learn about his ability and what is so unique about his football, because in reference to the other players, even though we know Isagi is a baller, you feel like everybody is better than him. Most people are better than him. Like, he's not in the top five. Like, he's not
so much better.
He's not.
I'm telling you,
he's not in the top five. But what he can do is special.
I think, like you said, he's not even at the moment where we are in the manga right now. I still don't think he's in the top five.
No, he's not.
Actually, he might be, but I feel like because there's Rin, and Rin is just different. When that guy, we talk about him, Rin is different. He's just, I feel it's too good. It's unfair.
He is, man.
Rin is good. We have Bachira, we have Nagi, we have Baro. Then we got introduced to Shindo as well, out of nowhere. This guy's a baller, crazy, aggressive human being. Before we even start talking about other people, it's crazy. I think what he has over people is like he's like almost every single time he hits like a wall, he gets over it. He's constantly improving. He gets better and better. Because I feel like everyone else is like capped to like a 90%, and they have a chance to get to like 92, but that's it. Yeah. But he started from 80. He went to 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, and it doesn't seem like it's going to slow down. So it's getting better and better, and it's catching up. And it doesn't seem like it's going to slow down. And that's why I like him. And that's why I think he's pushing with the edge over people. Because people underestimate him so many times. Then he just surprises everyone, and all of a sudden, for that slight moment, he's the best player on the field. And that's what I think is special. And his ability of like spatial awareness as well, that's crazy. That man see everything that's happening on the field.
Man has the ability.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Man can see everything.
I'm telling you, that's what I was thinking, though. Guys, Hawkeye.
Hawkeye, fam, he's wild. It's actually sick. Oh yeah, we definitely talk about the art style.
As the main character, I think I like him. Oh, it's sick.
The art is sexy, man.
The art style is sick. And know when they're like showing off like chemical reactions, the special skills.
Yeah.
When like glow black. Oh, it's so clean. He has one of the best character designs. He has one of the best. When hype stuff happens, it's just drawn beautifully. It's so good. You have to respect the mangaka for that. Cause
we definitely have to.
I love the character designs, man. I love the character designs. Like one of my favorite character designs is Gin. Not Gin. The guy with the blonde hair. Yeah, he's. I like his character design so much. I like Barrow. I love Bachira. Then he goes from like you can go simple character design to like the most eccentric person, and it's just he's different. I think that's one of the best art styles in any sports anime.
You can definitely tell that they take time with it. Like they take a lot of time with it. Like it's clean, so clean and nice. Even if the story wasn't great, I still read it for the art style. I can't lie.
I'm telling you.
Where do you think the story is going? Like story wise.
Okay. Story wise.
Yeah, what do you think is going? Like your predictions?
See, I'm not sure, because one of my favorite bits in the manga, you know, when the National Five came, like the guy from France, England, everyone came.
Yeah.
And they actually trashed Rin and Sagi. I was so surprised. I was actually shook. I was like, oh my god. It was so easy. It was 5-1. It's like, oh my god, first to 5, and they scored 5. They scored the first goal and still lost 5-1. I don't understand how that happened. But when I saw that, I was like, okay, I don't know where it's going, because I thought they were like getting better.
Yeah.
But obviously, the national level is that much different. So I think for now, I think there's a lot of things they need to do. They need to get a lot better. And I think the upcoming match with the Japanese national 11, I think that's gonna improve them, because if they lose that match, because Block is getting cancelled in it. So I think they need to beat that team and keep training, because they still need to lose so many, because there's only one striker that's getting chosen. So I think the story needs to go in a place where it's like getting rid of people we don't need, no matter how hard it is, because like we're attached to these characters, so they need to get rid of players so we can like start focusing on like the select few that can be that good.
It's gonna hurt though. Once again, getting rid of players, getting rid of the teams.
Yeah.
No, I definitely agree with that, because before the especially when you're saying like talking about how they're playing like other players outside of Japan, like international top strikers and players. Do you know what's crazy? Wait, I know I said this before, but they're wasting so much money. Did you see how much they paid each of those players to come and play their Blue Lock? Bro,
I saw it's like $1 million.
It was $1 million, and then extras for the goals.
If they score goals, they pay. Oh my god!
I was stressing. I was like, why? You guys are wasting so much money. But
it's like what? One of the players said, like, they must have money to be wasting money like this. Japan must be rich.
They're going to be broke after this.
Dough.
They're going to be broke after this. That's a fact.
That's 5 million they spent. 5 million and 50,000 on top of that, because they scored 5 goals.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. We're not even talking about the equipment and stuff like that, because the technology is next level.
Next level.
Mad.
But story-wise, I'm not even sure where it will go. But what you said is definitely a good route to take, because there's so much things, because it's such a vast, because now we're opening up to the world. Like we're just in this facility locked up. This is where we're playing a game. Now we're playing the Japanese or under 18s, was it? And it's really integral that they win this match. If not,
20s, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's locked off.
It is, but hopefully they don't.
It's gonna be interesting.
Hopefully they don't kill the show.
Because if they lose, it might be interesting, because you might see that they're like keep going, but we're not with the equipment. But they need the equipment, because what are you gonna do? Do 5-a-side? They need to win. So it's gonna be hard as well, because they're getting like a professional player as well.
Yeah,
Rin's brother. So they need to win. But I think it's a good story. I'm looking forward to it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Likewise.
But what do you rate the series, Rogel? And how do you think, is there any way of it to improve more? Do you need more story, more characters? What do you think? So what do you rate and how it can improve?
I think at the moment, I'll give it a solid 7 out of 10. It is a great, it's a very good story. Like, it's a very good story, and it really makes you want to continue the journey with these players. Like, it seems like personal. Like, I need to see if these players make it to the top level, if they're able to actually see their dreams come true, like being professional international players. I feel like hopefully we get, like, in the future more to improve it. They should concentrate more on their domestic leagues, if you know what I mean. So don't just go full out on international. I want to see what happens to the players that don't make it. So whether they go abroad or whether they go to play in other like the J League and all of that. That's what I need to see, because so like it can't be that they destroy Blue Lock, everybody fails, and people just start doing like not playing football, like they're not in sports no more. Like, I feel like that will hurt. I need to see them
Yeah.
and be established
Yeah.
more. What about you, G?
For me, I think I rate it at 8 right now because I'm really enjoying it. It's just hyping me up.
Yeah.
I rate it at 8. It's like you said, it's a good series, but I think for it to like go to that next level, like you said, I needed to like, because I feel like it's very narrow-minded. I need to like explore, because there's so many routes you can take, and they only focus on like the national team. Because I feel like after you beat the current national team, that's it. If you beat the under 18s, what else do you need? That's it. You've
It's true.
achieved your goal, and you have so many people still waiting. So I feel like you need to expand it. Like, okay, this is what happens. Some characters that get dropped out, they play so well in the J League that you know what, we can't just ignore the talent. We have to bring them in anyway.
Yeah.
So I need to explore what happens to the other characters. What happens to, like, I need to know, like, I've always wondered, what are the parents thinking? Because this is low-key.
Wow,
child
that's so
abuse,
true, man.
the things they go through is not. It's deep.
It's not normal.
Deep.
It is
Literally,
not
people get injured. People are fighting. You have Shindo kicking people's head because of football. So I want to see like the parents' view on this. So I just need it to be like a bit broadened, and I think it's going to go to that next level.
Yeah.
And it's going to get the recognitions it deserves. But for now, it's going nice and steady. I'm enjoying it. I give it 8 out of 10. Yeah, solid story. Amazing
Very solid.
art. I think that's a strong point. The strong point is art. It's just too saucy. But yeah, great series overall.
One of the best. Can't lie. Man's a big
Yes.
fan. Big fan.
Yeah, big fan. Definitely. All right, guys, that's it from us. Thank you for listening to us. Hopefully, you pick up this series because we believe it's like an amazing series. You're gonna enjoy it. Yes, love, peace, anime, and manga to the world and back, baby. Deuces.
Let's go. Catch you guys in a bit. Peace.